Hello, our dear members, the shareholders of Yawatu Minerals and Mining. My name is Sam, the Chief Promoter of Yawatu Minerals and Mining. Today, I wanted us to discuss something which I believe it will be very important for us, and that is Yawatu Minerals and Mining as a company. According to the experience I've had on the platforms here and the discussions we have had in text, audios, and graphics, it shows that most of the members we have on the platform or in our company as shareholders do not understand properly what Yawatu is, which is very unfortunate. Irrespective of the information we have on our website and some of the information we have shared on the platforms, still, some members have insisted on believing that Yawatu is like the get-quick schemes or financial schemes maybe they have experienced. Yawatu is a public limited company, and its official name is Yawatu Minerals and Mining Limited. That is the official name, its legal name, and you can sue it or it can sue you in that name. The process of registration is a past thing, we completed it. Its classification or category is a public limited company. What does the public limited company mean? We registered Yawatu as a public limited company because when you register a private limited company, you are limited to 100 shareholders only, individual or companies, shareholders only, 100. But we knew we needed a lot of members in for purposes of fundraising for our projects. So we expected Yawatu to have beyond 100 shareholders. Therefore, we had to convert it to a public limited company. That process was also completed. Now, what does it mean for you to be a shareholder in a public limited company? The first element you have to write permanently on your head is that you are the owner of the company. Whether you hold their 1 share, whether you hold their 10,000 shares, you are the owner of the company. Why? If the company succeeds, you succeed. If it fails, you have failed. But being a company, not everyone can run its operations. Therefore, we appoint administrators of the company, which is called the board. The board of directors becomes the representatives of the shareholders who make decisions on behalf of other shareholders. They are our trustees. And Yawatu has a board of directors who are 7. And this information will be shared regularly on our platforms so that you can know our board members. Their main purpose is to give guidance, make policies of the company which can guide it into a profitable venture. Now, what does it mean for you, a shareholder, when you are a member of this share or in the company? First of all, you must understand the work which your company does. Your company does which work? Yawatu Minerals and Mining is a mining company, registered as a mining company, meaning it expects its incomes from mining activities. Now, the question is, if your company is not mining, do you expect it to have generated income? No. If it starts mining, you expect it to have some income? Yes. This is one area which is quite disturbing. Whereas we are expecting earnings from Yawatu Minerals and Mining, but we have not started getting these earnings. Why? The project is big and it required massive capital. Number 2, to complete the processes of going for public funding require time, whereby I have already mentioned here the processes we have worked on. For example, after registering as a public limited company, you are required to prepare a document called a prospectus document. A prospectus document, like it is, prospectus, is a document prepared by a company showing the potential investors that it is a viable project where they can invest in money. It is completely a company document. It's not government which prepares it. It is not anybody. So that prospectus document is registered by Uganda Registration Service Bureau, the department of government which registers companies. After registration, then you can go ahead and register that document with the Capital Markets Authority in case you intend to join the Uganda Securities Exchange. That is another area which I explained, but let me come again. When you register as a public limited company, like the way Yawatu is registered today, it has ultimate right to sell shares to anybody. As of now, it has that right. Whether it is on Capital Markets Authority or not, it has that right. It's not only Yawatu Minerals which has that right, but also its members. Anybody owning shares in Yawatu, you have a right to sell those shares to anybody within or outside Uganda. It is a legal business. Nobody can take you that you sold to me fake shares. No. That is already complete. What is the difference is that Uganda Securities Exchange is a market. It's a market. I will give an example of Kampala. You can decide to say, I will not take my product to the market. Or even anywhere. You can say, okay, I have my bananas in a garden, but for me, I wait for people to come and buy from my garden. Yes, the chances that people come to your garden to buy bananas are few. But when you sell your banana from their garden, it is not illegal because it is your banana. But for you to increase your chances, you cut the bananas and take to the market. So that is where I want to make the difference, that what we are doing is legal. But the only difference is that what we are doing is simply we are entering the market to get more market. It's not that because we are illegal. No. So as we go through these processes of cutting bigger markets with the Uganda Securities Exchange, we ourselves as Yawatu shareholders, we can do self-mobilization and get more market as we wait for the other bigger market, which takes time and processes and money. That is still fine. So that is what Yawatu is today. What would be the purpose of Yawatu going for the markets? It's basically to raise funds which can run the projects. Project plans are already there, but these plans require lump sum money. And this lump sum money cannot be got within ourselves because our capacity is still down. But our project idea is okay. So we do this by pursuing or sharing our project ideas with other members. Like the way it is, this project idea was probably one idea from one person. But through sharing information, today we are more than 200 people in it. So that means that the more we keep sharing the idea, the more we attract more people. What is the purpose of me explaining these issues? One, when you own Yawatu, the way you talk, the way you act, creates a favorable environment within Yawatu, whereby even when we get a potential investor in our community, in our platforms, they will find a group which is organized and with purpose, and they will be comfortable joining us, so that they add on more capital or more value so that we move faster. The other element which is very important is that for you to know that if you are the owner, you have a right to sell off your shares as you wish. The only difference is the market. If the company has a market for you, it will buy. If it doesn't have, you still have a right to sell to your own market. And then that person comes in, for you get the money, or you get out, or you share and remain in with another person. These are all systems we have put in place, and they have already been designed in that way. So through the training of the app, you'll see all these functions are incorporated in our app. Why did we do this? We know such projects take some reasonable time, and we had to allow some members who were already worn out, especially the members from the club, that their appetite for touching cash were high. So we have made provisions within a system which can allow them exchange some shares for cash. But I request you be patient, you learn the app, and you'll see that those options are there within the app. But what is most critical today, once we know that we are the owners of the company, it becomes our responsibility to make sure the company is making profits or not. I am not in favor of people who say when you find a member on the platform has maybe criticized something, they are not simply I would not say that they are negative, but that's what they have observed, and probably they have a point. So when we discuss, when you go down and you start looking at their point, you can be able to advise them appropriately. So you don't need to say that they are negative and they are criticizing. No, it's not true. So that is why we keep sharing this information with most people. Then we have the element of ownership can also be affected. The moment you are the owner and you don't take care about the profitability and the losses which the company can incur as a result of your actions, you may be doing something or talking negatively while not knowing that you are destroying your own capital. So personal character may need to be tamed in favor of your business, which is the shares you are holding. Okay, if you wake up one morning and you start chasing people away, and then you are the same person who wants to sell your shares, really, it does not make sense. The purpose of selling shares as a company is not to pay out people, but to raise funds for that investment, so that from that investment we shall make profits, and then we share the dividends. But we said as we go along, there may be opportunities whereby as the new entrants come in, the old ones can be able to exchange a few shares for their liquidity positions as they try to survive. We know very well that most of our members are in survival mode, so supporting them to liquidate some of the shares is very fantastic. So my main call is that, one, you accept that you are the owners of the company. Number two, support it. Support the programs by spreading the gospel about your company positively, while criticizing the weaknesses on the administrators. Advising the administrator is also important. Don't only criticize, but you can advise. My advice is that we shall have regular information and discussions on the platform so that we forge a way forward. When we start training people on the use of the application, please try as much as possible to give it attention, because it has so many good things that you can benefit from. Some of them, they can create for you a full-time job using our app in your area, and it can earn you some reasonable money if you know how to use it very well. But learn it first through the lessons you shall have, either by video conferencings and video guides and trainings that we shall be putting out and sharing the links. Therefore, I would like to thank you for the attention, and I hope we can have a fair discussion after this discussion. So thank you very much.